once more, muchísimas gracias por estar aquí a nuestros hermanos de Olin Xochipilli that have been here with us for many years.
Good, you need anything?
Thank you.
I don't know. Thank you so much. Oh, put it there and then we'll be in now, or what?
I would put it right away. Right on the side.
Right now, so we don't interrupt.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Estamos la celebrando el Dios. Cantemos con alegría que a César le está buscando. Cantemos con alegría que a César le está buscando. Y a la gran Dolores Huerta las gracias le estamos dando. Y a la gran Dolores Huerta las gracias le estamos dando. Las gracias le estamos dando. Danzamos con alegría que a César le está gustando. Danzamos con alegría que a César le está gustando. Y a la gran Dolores Huerta estamos la celebrando. Y a la gran Dolores Huerta estamos la celebrando. Estamos la celebrando. Cantemos con alegría que a César le está gustando. Cantemos con alegría que a César le está gustando. Y a la gran Dolores Huerta estamos la celebrando. Y a la gran Dolores Huerta estamos la celebrando. Estamos la celebrando.
Un aplauso para los danzantes Mexica-Azteca.
Olinso Chipili. Muchas gracias. These guys are always with us for so many years. Almost more than 20 years. And also we want to thank our brothers and sisters from the Brown Berets. Muchísimas gracias. Keep the cause going. We also want to, well, at this time, primero queremos decirle buenos días desde Dios a todos los que atendieron esta mañana a la marcha, y ahora vamos a dar comienzo al programa, que es un programa muy bonito, y ya saben que más tardecita tenemos muchas sorpresas. So,
Bienvenidos and welcome to the 31st annual Recuerda César Chávez and Dolores Huerta celebration.
that's right.
My name is Alma Rosa Silva Bañuelos, and I am one of your co-MCs this morning, along with
Chuy Martínez, muchas gracias. Okay, so at this time we want to invite our executive director. Is he here, Zach? Okay. Well, while he gets here, we want to say that there's a lot of things going on here. There's a food truck right here to my left, to your right. And then there's Children's Corner over there. We have a lot of merchandise from the Dolores Huerta Foundation so that you can take a souvenir or and help offset those costs for the Dolores Huerta Foundation. Also, we want to thank the many of the organizations, the sponsoring organizations, especially the Carpenters Union and all the different unions. We want to thank those guys. They've been working very, very hard. Also, you see this poster right here. We're taking bids on that poster, and you guys can take its autograph already and everything, so that we can help the foundation. All the proceeds will go to the foundation, and it'll be there at the merchandise table. We want to thank, of course, our chair and co-chair, Linda Benavides and Valerie St. John, our chairs and co-chairs, and of course Lala Gonzalez, our coordinator for this year. There's so many people to thank, but the Carpenters Union had been amazing for all this years, and they're the ones who make also the awards, beautiful awards. So all that is happening in just in a little while. While all that, while we wait for SAC to give us an official welcome from the National Hispanic Cultural Center, we also want to thank him and his staff. They embraced also our program, and that's how this came about, that we have a home here at the National Hispanic Cultural Center. And Zach has always been, he was here from the time when he was very young for the opening of this beautiful center, and now he is the director of the center. So let's welcome Zach Quintero.
Gracias, hermano. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit tall. Welcome, familia. Buenos días. All right, otra vez, buenos días, familia. Órale. My name is Zachary Quintero, and I serve you and the people of our beautiful home of New Mexico as the director of the National Hispanic Cultural Center. Welcome to your home. Welcome to the National Hispanic Cultural Center. The National Hispanic Cultural Center's mission and focus has been to promote, advance, and preserve the Hispano and Latino arts, culture, history, and language of our gente. And because of your support, the support of our Governor, Michelle Lujan Grisham, the Secretary of Department of Cultural Affairs, Deborah Garcia Griego, we have been able to continue to host incredible community events like this. And I'm just honored that we have such fantastic community leaders here, like Ms. Carva también. But I want to say gracias to you for coming. And que viva Dolores Huerta, que viva our gente, que viva cultura. Let's continue to be a place of community, of culture, of respect. Let's continue to be an incredible people. Gracias.
Give it up one more time for the National Hispanic Cultural Center, Zach Quintero. We'd like to invite our Mariachi Lobos up to the front to get ready to perform for us. But as they're making their way up to the front, please put your hands together for the Recuerda César Chávez Comité. We would not be able to be here 31 years later without the Recuerda César Chávez Comité. So give it up one more time. And we'll bring them all up later so that you all can see all of the amazing people that help put this event together.
Okay, no únicamente el Mariachi Lobo, pero también necesitamos a los niños del coro para que vengan. Vamos a cantar la canción oficial de la Unión. Por favor, si pueden venirse al stage, los mariachis and the public schools, young students, the choir and the other mariachi group, I forget the name. They didn't put the name here. Okay, so while all that happens, while we round up the mariachis, I just want to tell you that this event started 31 years ago, And it was right after the last time that César Chávez was here in town. And 3 months later, that's when he passed. But so we decided to celebrate his birthday. And we organized, along with Eduardo Hernández Chávez and Isaura Bernal from Chicano Studies at UNM. That's what we had our first meeting to celebrate César and Dolores Huerta celebration and birthdays. So that ever since, for 31 years, we've been celebrating at different places, and then we've been advocating for, of course, the Avenida César Chávez, the César Chávez Community Center, the César Chávez Learning Centers. I mean, there's so many things that we have done aside from this celebration. Every year, we've been trying for a while now to get an official state holiday named after César and Dolores Huerta state holiday, and we tried it a few times. And there's our
honored guest, Dolores Huerta.
That was the official song Okay, at this time that young people, can you come here in front of the stage? The mariachi group.
Un aplauso para los mariachis.
So this is Mariachi Los Tigres de Mark Armijo School. These young people were also in the parade and in the march. Ellos son unos jovencitos que están empezando, pero que tienen muchas ganas. Y ahorita vamos a cantar todos con ellos. Vamos a cantar. This is the official song that that the union used to do every time we had marches and rallies. We're always open up with this beautiful song called De Colores. So everybody, the audience, and all the other children that know this song, please sing with us. Gracias, los tigres.
Tiene derecho a rifas.
Okay, so they want to dedicate this song to our special guest, Dolores. Mariachi, este mariachi group, it's just starting, but they sound good, don't you think? Yeah. So this is dedicated to, they want to dedicate this to Dolores.
So then, are they going?
¿Quién? Ah, sí, sí, sí. Mariachi, los tigres. Muchísimas gracias. Muchísimas gracias. These young people always impress me because they're the ones who are going to be our future
Otro
stars.
aplauso, Mariachi Tigres, los jóvenes.
So, queremos también agradecer, mientras que llega el otro mariachi, para empezar otra vez, otras más canciones de mariachi. Tenemos varios. We try to include all the schools first, because the schools are the most important thing. And Dolores's mission is to have our children carry our traditions, to carry her legacy, and to carry our culture. So we want to include as many children as we can, and that's why we have what we call the Dolores Huerta Service Day, which more than 500 kids attend every year. And our committee goes to all the schools and train the teachers about everything that has to do with the union and the legacy of Dolores Huerta and César Chávez. At this time, we also, are the mariachis here? Everybody's...
As we continue to wait for the mariachis, the Recuerda César Chávez Comité this year has a theme: Focus on Justice. Si Se Puede.
That's right, Si Se Puede.
Focus on justice.
Si Se Puede.
Eso. For decades, Dolores Huerta and César Chávez have inspired us to believe that together we can make a difference and we can be the change. In keeping with their remarkable history on Focus on Justice, this year's annual César Chávez March and Celebration, César Chávez and Dolores Huerta March and Celebration, recognizes that focus on justice is the conduct in the spirit of Si Se Puede. Focus on justice is a phrase that emphasizes the power and effectiveness of having a peaceful goal in mind to benefit justicia for all in achieving social justice and political change. Focus on justice suggests that a peaceful approach to conflict resolution and social activism can be more effective in bringing about long-lasting change compared to any violent method. So otra vez, si se puede.
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 Y si se pudo.
Queremos agradecer también la presencia del our mayor Tim Keller that will be here in a little bit. Also, some elected officials that help us every year. County Commissioner Barbara Vacas here. Muchísimas gracias, Barbara. It's so good to have you guys. They're big supporters of our event in our program. With there's always a need for that. We also want to thank the police department for providing the safety, the escort for police escort for the Marcha. Y ahora queremos darle la bienvenida a otro grupo de jóvenes de aquí, de Varelas, de Dolores González Elementary. ¡Que viva Dolores González Elementary! Sí, señor. So, under the direction of Señora Norma Quiñones and Profesor José Carrillo, tenemos el grupo folclórico de Dolores González.
Okay, are they here?
They're next.
Okay, pero están aquí.
Sí,
Okay, don't start yet. No, arms up. They're just going to test the music, okay? Victoria, they're just going to test the music, so don't start yet, okay? Arms out. I know. Sorry. You know what?
Hands on your hips. Put your hands on your hips to rest. When the music starts, arms out, okay? Victoria, when the music starts, bring your arms out, okay? The second time. Arms out, Victoria. This is it.
Thank you, and now,
Dolores.
no, wait, that you probably want to do another dance. Oh, okay, I'll take the picture. ¿Listos?
No, falta uno más.
Oh, okay. All right.
They're gonna do one more and then mariachi.
¿Cómo le
¿Cómo
llamamos
está,
a
carajo?
mariachi?
Los tigritos.
Los tigritos.
Los tigritos de Dolores González.
¿Sabes por
Dolores,
qué
¿no?
los otros también se llaman los tigres del...
Órale.
Sí,
Los cachorritos.
los cachorritos de Dolores. Muchísimas gracias. And while they get ready, los cachorritos de Dolores González, this is another music group. As you can see, and as we promise, we want to include our kids. And I hope that everybody that has children, you know, all the grandmas, all the tíos, tías, abuelos y abuelas, por favor, enséñenle a sus niños su cultura. Get them involved in programs like this. This is one of the dual language schools from here, from Varelas. And the center always welcomes these young people because they're the ones, they're our future. They're the ones who are going to carry everything. Los Cachorros, they're under the direction of Maestro Jose Carrillo, who's also one of the great mariachis, one of the best mariachis aquí in Albuquerque. So they're going to do a couple of songs for us. ¿Qué es la primera? Okay, and they know this. This is a difficult song. Tú solo
Yep, tú solo tú. First of all, gracias. Felicidades, señora Dolores Huerta, es un honor. Thank you, Senator. Dolores Huerta, muchachos. From Dolores González to Dolores Huerta. Eso, Dolores. Thank you so much. One, two, three. Perdón, technical difficulties. That was tú solo tú. Now we're gonna sing the song del movimiento, que es de colores. Everybody knows the colores. Please help us sing it, okay? We're gonna just sing it to the track. Somebody scream! Sí, comieron frijoles. Chimichangas también. Ready? ¡Viva Dolores Huerta! ¡Otro grito! Muchachos, take a bow. Así, niñas y niños.
¡Otro! ¡Aplauso! ¡Los cachorritos!
Thank you so much. Dolores Huerta, gracias.
Okay, so we are evolving into the other mariachis, which also Professor Carrillo is part of, and he is one of the instructors for our Mariachi Lobo. Are they here? What? Oh, okay, so we have another group? Oh, Mariachi Lobo se comió. Okay, so little change of plans. We have now, we also want to acknowledge a few people. Of course, from the National Hispanic Cultural Center, or liaison for the Recuerdas César Chávez Committee, Santiago Candelaria, who has been working with us to make this possible. We also want to, of course, thank our director of Performing Arts, Noel Merriam. She's here. Noel, muchas gracias for all you do. And so we got a lot more going on for you at this time. We also want to welcome back our director, Zach Quintero, to tell us a little bit more about what's going on here at the center. And also he's going to introduce in a little bit a very, very special guest. Of course, we have Senator Harold Pope, who's around here. Where are you, Senator? There he is, another great supporter. He's been with us. He comes every year. Thank you so much for being here. Zach?
And this evening, at Casa Fortaleza's 3rd annual fundraiser, this is also Sexual Violence Awareness Month. It is an intersectional topic that Dolores Huerta also makes us aware. So tonight is the 3rd annual fundraiser, Casa Fortaleza. Sin Fronteras will be performing. Tickets are $40 and it will be right here at La Fonda at 6 p.m. Otra vez, un aplauso for the Executive Director of the National Hispanic Cultural Center, Zach Quintero.
Hola again, everybody. So just a friendly reminder, we know we have a lot of our familia out here. Gracias again for attending today. A lot of you are taking photos. Please tag the National Hispanic Cultural Center on Facebook, Instagram, all the outlets out there, because this is the only National Hispanic Cultural Center in the entire United States. It is a point of pride right here that we have this in Nuevo Mexico and Albuquerque, to be able to have that, not just as gente, not just as familia, but as community, to have a place we can count on. You know, what we're doing here is really important at the center because it supports our community across not just Barelas, the South Valley, San Jose, but across New Mexico. 2 projects I wanted to share with you is the Cultural Ambassador Program. That's where we're taking programming that's being done here at the center and sharing it in places like Portales, Mesilla, Raton, Farmington, bringing it to places where you have to travel 4 or 3.5 hours just to be able to watch a show here. It shouldn't be dependent upon your zip code to be able to access your governmental institutions. That's why we're showing these kinds of great performances and bringing award-winning shows and performances and exhibitions on the road for the National Hispanic Cultural Center. Coming up here, I wanted to let you know, next week we have our Future Fairs, and it's also going to be the closing of our Paños exhibit in the Visual Arts Museum right around the corner over here. So if you have not checked out the Paños art exhibit, you're running out of time, please check it out. It is quite amazing. It is a beautiful story to be able to experience and share with your family. Another part we have coming up is our performing arts. We have Carmen and Beyond Carmen next week as well. And then we're going to be hosting our Hijastros here in a few weeks. So please be on the lookout and be able to attend our performing arts. These are your cultural events. These are your familia performing. Please be of support. Muchas gracias. I also want to be able to share just one follow-up news on that. You know, being part of the National Hispanic Cultural Center and being part of this community and family, it's really important to me personally as well, because you saw these incredible niños here this morning. That Ballet Folklorico group, similar, I was that exact same age when this center opened in 2000. I was part of the Ballet Folklorico group of the Mesilla Valley Dance Company from Jose Tena. And I drove up from Mesilla with my sister. I was 10 when that happened. And fast forward, now I'm serving as the director. Places like this make changes happen in people's lives. Places like this mean something not just for New Mexicans, but for all Latinos across the United States. So muchas gracias for your continued support there. It's my honor next to move into the next part of our program, right? To be able to bring up our hosts again and be able to introduce the mayor. Mayor Tim Keller has worked a lifelong focus and effort towards helping our community and our gente. In particular, when he started first as our state senator for the International District, became state auditor, built in institutional reforms to build equity and lasting reforms to help our gente advance, and being able now to serve in his capacity as mayor. So I'm very grateful to him and our carpinteros and everybody. Please give a round of applause for the people that helped build this event together and kept us safe. Our first responders, our city administration, our carpinteros, our community volunteers. All of this was possible because of you. And without further ado, I want to hand it over to our mayor, Tim Keller.
Put your hands together, Mayor Tim Keller!
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, we are so wonderfully grateful to be here again to celebrate all things in terms of César Chávez, but also with Dolores here again with us this year. And so I have a number of things to do officially, but first I want to share a couple of points of gratitude. Number one, our awesome director of the Hispanic Cultural Center, Zach Quintero. I know he just spoke, but let's give him a round of applause. Thank you for putting this together, hosting us. And the carpinteros, you see them with their carpenter shirts. Also, they have the tax fraud shirts on. They helped us be one of the first cities in America to actually have a penalty system for tax fraud, which we know, right, disproportionately affects people of color. Thank you, carpinteros, and thank you, Albuquerque City Council, for working with me on that. Now, I also just want to mention, we have some legislators here, past, present, probably future as well. And I just want to acknowledge to them, you know, one of the legacies when we think about the help that we have to do for our working families, also to support labor, also to support everyone in our immigrant community. I'm grateful to live in this city because I think each day we deliver on that. And it's because of the power you give the elected officials. This is one of the few places in the country, I gotta tell you, I talk about supporting immigrants and refugees all the time. And this city, even regardless mostly of partisanship, this city is behind immigrants, refugees, and people of color. Thank you for supporting us so we can give back. And lastly, for the next generation, you know, our legislature and our governor, they have done some incredible things for the next generation. If you didn't notice, education, higher education is now 100% free in New Mexico. Thanks to our state legislature, thanks to our governor. First state in America to have 100% every category up and down free. Thank you, state legislators, and to our governor. Secondly, for the even smaller ones, for our little niños running around, daycare, childcare is now also free and universal in New Mexico because of our legislators, because of our governor. First state in America to have that. That is awesome. Thank you so much, especially as a dad with little kids. So we're going to be here later. So with that, let's get to our official business, because on behalf of the city of Albuquerque, we want to absolutely acknowledge what today is all about in our city. And so what I have here is an executive order from the office of the mayor, and I'm not going to read it, all of it directly, but it explains, of course, this wonderful event and the leadership team behind it. So with that, I also, everyone who's involved in Huerta, César Chávez, raise your hand, and the board, give them a round of applause. They've been doing this. They've been doing this for 31 years.
I started when I was 10.
She said she started when she was 10. So with that, today, the city of Albuquerque recognizes the 31st annual celebration of César Chávez and Dolores Huerta. Therefore, I, Mayor of Albuquerque, do declare April 13th, 2024 as César Chávez and Dolores Huerta Day. Congratulations. Thank you.
Can you read this?
Sure. Oh my goodness, and what an honor. We also have a proclamation from our governor, Michelle Lujan Grisham. And she also acknowledges for our entire state, the governor, Michelle Lujan Grisham, governor of the state of New Mexico, hereby declares today César Chávez and Dolores Huerta Day all across the land of enchantment. Si se puede, en que viva porque.
Si se puede. And thanks to Dolores, you know, we've been able to garnish all the support from our elected officials. Everybody in the state, whether it be Republicans or Democrats or independents, they're all listening to Dolores. And Dolores has always been our mediator in between the elected officials, and thanks to her, we've been able to get a lot of support. And now we have another.
City Council.
Oh, this is the City Council. Do we have any City Council people here? I guess they're. Joaquin is here. Is Joaquin around?
Bring the mayor again.
Well, we'll bring the mayor again then to read another proclamation. I don't have. Oh, see, I have.
I tried to get Chewy, he said he couldn't find his glasses. So maybe I'll do this. And look, I know this is important, obviously, for these governments to officially do this. So I know it can seem a little routine, but that's also a tee up. I know Barbara Baca, our county commission chairwoman, is here. Come on up, because you're up next for the county, Bernalillo County. So that's her call. So look, I want to recognize Councilor Joaquin Baca. He is new. He's a councilor from this area, and he sponsored this proclamation. He's probably on his way, but I'm going to help him out by just acknowledging that the City Council of the City of Albuquerque also today would like to proclaim that the governing body, they love throwing that in, the governing body of the City of Albuquerque, the Albuquerque City Council, hereby recognizes and shows their appreciation for César Chávez and Dolores Huerta and their work and their legacy. And today celebrates with our city the 31st annual celebration on April 13th, 2004, Dolores Huertas and César Chávez Day. Thank you, City Council.
Thank you.
Call Barbara Baca.
So is Barbara around? Barbara Baca, or Commissioner Baca. Well, I know she was here. Okay. Well, we'll have Zach read that one.
Bueno. Somos todos familia, ¿qué no? Right? So we're all going to read it together. So, the Bernalillo County Board of Commissioners, sponsored by Commissioners Barbara Baca and Adrian Barboa. Whereas César Estrada Chávez was born on March 31st, 1927 near Yuma, Arizona, and became one of our most influential Latino American activists of civil and workers' rights in our nation's history, bringing justice to tens of thousands of farm workers. And Dolores Huerta, born April 10th, 1930, again, feliz cumpleaños, Dolores! And is still working to bring justice to millions of people around the country and has become the most influential advocate of civil rights workers today. Whereas farm workers at the time were subjected to inhumane treatment, working in hazardous, toxic, and unhealthy conditions without toilets or drinking water, exploited through low wages, and excluded from union representation. And whereas César Chávez and Dolores Huerta dedicated themselves to the cause of justice and representation for farm workers, co-founding the National Farm Workers Association Union in 1962, directing the Community Service Organization, and leading historic boycotts, marches, and strikes throughout the nation, immortalizing the movement through the slogan of Si Se Puede. Yes, we can. Whereas their guidance and courage have served as an inspiration for social justice across the country, posthumously earning César Chávez the Presidential Medal of Freedom and seeing countless streets, parks, and schools named after him. Dolores Huerta was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2012 and has been honored with many accolades. Now therefore be it resolved that the Bernalillo County Board of Commissioners does hereby honor and recognize April 9th, 2024 as César Chávez and Dolores Huerta Day. Muchas gracias, County Commission.
Mention also that Councilor Clarissa Peña was also.
Yes. Councilor Clarissa Peña also sponsored the city side. Let's give a round of applause también. Gracias.
We also want to acknowledge the presence of a very, very important person that's been here alongside the mayor, and that is the First Lady Liz Keller. Or is she? Yeah, she's always a great supporter as well. We also want to acknowledge, our former Secretary of State and the member of the Women's Democratic Women Federation, Mrs. Clara Padilla Andrews. Where is she? There she is. You know, this lady has dedicated all her life to the betterment of our people, and we are very, very honored to have her here with us on this 31st annual anniversary of the César Chávez and Dolores Huerta event.
Okay. So our next performance, we are so excited to bring up this group, but before I announce them, I wanna acknowledge Irene Vasquez, the director of the Chicano Studies at UNM. Irene is a frontliner, and she is an incredible leader. The amount of growth the Chicano Studies department has at UNM is transformative. Please give it up for Irene Vasquez for all of the work she has done for all of us in Chicano Studies. And this next group was just a project, began as a project at the Chicana Studies by Irene Vasquez, and now Jarochos is an official group of the Chicano Studies Department at the University of New Mexico. Give it up for the Jarochos! Yeah.
Okay, while the Jarocho group gets ready, we also want to acknowledge another very important person here in the state of New Mexico, and it is our state treasurer, Laura Montoya. Laura, where are you? All right, welcome. Right over here, along that. Sí, estos. No.
Sí, si quieren aquí adelante. No, adelante.
Ustedes dos pueden estar aquí si quieren.
Sí, por favor. Tenemos extra. Do you want a chair? Yes. Right here? I want a chair. Thank you. Esa. ¿Esa mejor? No, esa mejor. Allá, ¿verdad? No, allá mejor, mira. Allá hay tiempo. Allá. I heard it was the opposite. I heard you guys were cemented feet. I know, I'm sad. I'm bummed to miss that. I heard you guys did the fix. Está bien. Hey, what I heard from the sun?
la guacamaya por Nuevo México.
California yo vine a la tierra del encanto, a la tierra del encanto. De California yo vine,
De California yo vine a la tierra del encanto, a la tierra del encanto. De California yo vine.
allá empieza un nuevo canto, que no quiero que termine. De California yo vine a la tierra del encanto.
Ahí empieza un nuevo canto, que no quiero que termine. De California yo vine a la tierra del encanto.
Vuela, 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 vuela sin parar. El mundo es un paraíso que tenemos que cuidar.
Vuela, 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 vuela palomita, y me hace querer mañana, vámonos queriendo ahorita.
Nuevo México es historia, es tierra con un pasado, es tierra con un pasado. Nuevo México es historia.
Nuevo México es historia, es tierra con un pasado, es tierra con un pasado. Nuevo México es historia.
Con acequias he regado la parcela en su memoria. Nuevo México es historia, es tierra con un pasado.
Con acequia se ha regado la parcela en su memoria. Nuevo México es historia, es tierra con un pasado.
Vuela, 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 vuela palomita. Si vas a querer mañana, vámonos queriendo ahorita.
Vuela, vuela,
una hermana que tiene Nicolás.
Yo vengo de La Habana, del pueblo de San Blas. Ay, conozco una hermana que tiene Nicolás.
Ay, Colás, Colás, Colás y Nicolás, lo mucho que te quiero y el malvado que me das.
Si quieres, si puedes, si no ya lo verás. Ay, qué bonito baila la mujer de Nicolás. El pueblo unido
Jamás será vencido,
el pueblo unido
jamás será vencido,
el pueblo
unido, jamás será vencido, el pueblo unido, jamás será vencido,
el pueblo unido
jamás será vencido,
el pueblo unido
jamás será vencido. Amada Marcelina le dijo a Colás, hermana Maña, dile que tú no vas. Amada Marcelina le dijo a Nicolás, hermana Maña, dile que tú no vas.
Colás, Colás, Colás y Nicolás, lo mucho que te quiero y el malvado que me das. Si quieres, si puedes, si no ya lo verás. Qué bonito baila la mujer de Nicolás. Si se puede, si se puede, si se puede, si se puede. Si se puede, si se puede, si se puede.
Cuando era rico me decían con Nicolás, ahora que soy pobre, soy Colás nomás.
Colás, Colás, Colás y
Nicolás, lo mucho que te quiero y el malvado que me das.
si quieres, si puedes, si no ya lo verás.
Ay, qué bonito baila la mujer de
Nicolás. Guerra y libertad, guerra y libertad, con Dolores Huerta. Guerra y libertad, guerra y libertad, con Dolores Huerta. Guerra y libertad, con Dolores Huerta. Guerra y libertad, con Dolores Huerta.
Guerra y libertad, con Dolores Huerta, guerra y libertad.
Con Dolores Huerta, guerra y libertad, que es mujer despierta. Guerra y libertad, con Dolores Huerta, que es mujer despierta.
Hermana Marcelina, ¿en dónde está el Mexico TV? Estoy en la cocina guisando los videos.
Madre Marcelina, ¿dónde estás que no te veo? Estoy en la cocina avisando los videos. Colás, Colás, Colás y Nicolás, lo mucho que te quiero y el malvado que me das. Si quieres, si puedes, si no ya lo verás. Ay, qué bonito baila la mujer de Nicolás.
se acaban ya los versos de colas.
Con eso me despido porque ya no puedo más. Aquí se acaban ya los versos de colas. Colas, colas, colas y ni colas. Lo mucho que te quiero y el trabajo que me das. Si quieres, si puedes, si no me aborreras. Ay, qué bonito baila mujer de mi colas. ¡Una!
Ah, los goles. Es que la banda se parece. No, vamos a empezar así. ¿Me prestan ese? Chaca, 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 chaca. ¡Ay, arriba los chicanos! ¡Que vivan los chicanos!
¡Viva Palestina! ¡Viva! ¡Viva los pueblos originarios! ¡Viva! ¡Y viva la mujer! ¡Viva! Cuando me voy a bañar, estando la luna llena, estando la luna llena, cuando me voy a bañar. Cuando me voy a bañar, estando la luna llena, estando la luna llena, cuando me voy a bañar. Antes de tirarme al mar, le pido a Dios por mi pena que me libre de escuchar ay, el canto de la sirena. Antes de tirarme al mar, le pido a Dios por mis penas que me libre de escuchar el canto de la sirena. El viejo anciano con su violín de la barba blanca me dijo así: esos miles no son para mí, son para mi china que los va a freír.
Cuando el pescador empieza a dar golpes en el agua, a dar golpes en el agua. Cuando el pescador empieza,
Cuando el pescador empieza a dar golpes en el agua, a dar golpes en el agua. Cuando el pescador empieza,
salen Dolores diciendo y les roba los cangrejos, y les roba los cangrejos. Estos son los que queremos.
sale la gente diciendo, y le roban el cangrejo, y le
Son Jarocho Chicana Chicano Studies.
Irene.
Irene, go ahead.
We'd like to invite up Irene Vasquez, the director of the Chicano Studies, to share a little bit more about what they're doing at UNM and about the Jarocho.
Déjame un momentito.
Okay, go for it.
And I just wanted to make an announcement. I know that some of you would love to take a picture with Dolores, but we want her to enjoy this program. Every year, she comes, and she gets bombarded with, and you know that she doesn't know how to say no. So, out of courtesy, let's let her enjoy the program, and then if she has a little time afterwards, she can take pictures. Okay, muchísimas gracias. And now this is our fearless director of Chicano Studies, Irene Vasquez.
Buenas tardes. Thank you for having us here today. Our Son Jarocho Collective meets for practice and gatherings Tuesday at 4:30, but we want to invite you to a very special event on May 3rd. We are having a fandango. We're bringing all of the community. Join us May 3rd, 5 p.m. at La Placita Institute, and follow us on Instagram for all of our events. Gracias.
Otro aplauso, Jarocho, and give it up for Irene Vasquez. Hold on. We'd also like to invite you all to get a program out at the front desk. When you first arrive, there's extra programs. Feel free to grab one.
And remember, there's a couple of food trucks right outside of the door, and we have some merchandise, a merchandise table right here to the right. So si tienen hambre, pueden ir aquí a las trocas donde hay comida. Y también tenemos mercancía aquí de la Fundación de Dolores Huerta. Por favor, vamos a apoyar porque es como podemos traerla. Es una mujer muy valiosa para nosotros. At this time, I want to introduce a group that's representing the Filipino culture. As you know that Larry Itiliong, along with César Chávez and Dolores Huerta, were very, very instrumental in the early days of the United Farm Workers Union. And every year we bring we have the support of the Filipino Foundation here in New Mexico. And this year we want to present this group that come from all over the state, and this is the Filipino Performance Art Group. Just come over here so you can let us give us a little more
Un aplauso.
information.
Let's welcome in the
Let's give them
Filipino
another big round of applause.
dancers.
Wonderful performers. Thank you for honoring us with your presence.
Is that the next thing?
Bayan Ko, or My Country, it was originally written as a poem by Jose Zondes, 1929, and set to music by Constanza de Guzman, written as protest song during the American occupation of the Philippines. It is often sung demonstration throughout the Philippine history.
Ma-play mo ba? Yun na yun.
na sa kanyang palad, nag-alay ng ganda't tilag, at sa kanyang yumi at ganda, dayuhan ay nahalina. Bayan ko, biniha ka, nasadlak sa dusa. Ibon man may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak. Bayan pa kayang saktal tilag, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, ugad ng luha ko't dalita. Aking adhika, makita kang sakdalaya. Ibon man may layang lumipad, kulungin mo at umiiyak. Bayan pa kayang saktal dilag, ang di magnasang makaalpas. Pilipinas kong minumutya, ugad ng luha ko't dalita. Aking adhika, makita kang sakdalaya.
Okay na? Cariñosa, meaning loving or affectionate one, is a Philippine dance of Hispanic origin from the Maria Clara suite of Philippine folk dances, where the fan or handkerchief plays an instrumental role as it places the couple in romance scenario. The dance originated in Panay Island, the Visayan Islands, and was introduced by the Spaniards during their colonization of the Philippines. It is related to some of the Spanish dances like the bolero and the Mexican dance jarabe tapatio, or the Mexican hat dance.
Erins. It's M. Quintana and Erins. E-T-T-I-N-S. And that's the representative.
is a pop song composed by Vini Saturno and was sung by Regine Velasquez, the artist, released from her album. The song was released in 1987. Pop music have a good rhythm, a catchy melody, and are easy to remember and sing along to.
Chewy.
Ang tinig mo'y di naririnig. Ano nga ba ang halaga ng buhay sa daigdig? Darating ba ang sa ngayon at magbabago ang panahon? Kung ang bawat pagdaing ay laging pabulong, aanhin ko pa sa mundo ang mga matang nakikita'y di totoo. Mayiting luhang likuran at paglay ang tanong ay kailan. Bakit di natin isabog ang pagmamahal? Sundan mo ng tanaw ang buhay. Mundo ay punan mo ng saya at gawing makulay. Isa lang ang ating lahi, isa lang ang ating lipi. Bakit di pagmamahal ang ialay mo? Patunaw ang tunay ang siyang nais ko. Ang pagdamay sa kapwa na tiyan sa bawat mo. Hindi ba't ang gabi ay mayroong wakas? Pagkatapos ng dilim ay may liwanag. Araw ay agad masisikat, ilawan ang ating landas ng magkaisa. Bawat nating pangarap, sundan mo ng tanaw ang buhay. Mundo ay punan mo ng saya at gawing makulay. Isa lang ang ating lahi, isa lang ang ating lipi. Bakit di pagmamahal ang ialay mo? Patunaw ang tunay ang siyang nais ko. Ang pagdamay sa kapwa nandyan sa palad mo. Sundan mo ng tanaw ang buhay. Mundo ay punan mo ng saya at gawing makulay. Isa lang ang ating lahi, isa lang ang ating lipi. Bakit di pagmamahal ang ialay mo? Patunaw ang tunay ang siyang nais ko. Ang pagdamay sa kapwa nandyan sa palad mo.
By the way, isang lahi means one race. Bulaklakan. The Bulaklakan dance is important to the Philippines as it receives from flowering plants because of the abundance of floral vegetation on the area. This dance is traditionally performed during the celebration of Santa Cruz de Mayo, a Catholic event honoring the Virgin Mary. This dance transcends language and is able to convey emotions, collected memory, and articulate feelings due to traditional aspects of the dance. It is the fundamental expression of their complex message and intention. Dakilang Lahi, it is a patriotic song composed by Anthony Costello, music by Tito Soto, and sung by Shara Soto. Dakilang Lahi means great race.
Chavez Comité for bringing in this act of solidarity with our Filipino siblings and our Chicano siblings. Let's give it up one more time for our Filipino dancers and worker solidarity. We have a few elected officials that are fearless as well, and we'd like to acknowledge them. Representative Yanira Gurrola, who is the only naturalized U.S. citizen as a representative. Give it up. Woohoo!
Do you want to do, I have more. Do you want to do Senator Linda and then give it back to me?
And of course, we also have one of our start senators here, Senator Linda Lopez. Linda Lopez has always been part of our committee and a great supporter, and she's always been here. She also was part of the advocating for the Dolores Huerta and César Chávez Proclamation Day. So muchísimas gracias, Linda.
And also in the House, we have Representative Patricia Roybal Caballero. And our congressional officials have sent their representatives. So we have Representative from Congressional Office Melanie Stanberry, Jacob Trujillo in the House. And then Congressman Gabe Vasquez also sent their representative, Annie Quintana Edens. And we have some special guests in the House. Michael Casaus, where are you?
All right, Michael.
Michael, hey! Michael Casaus has been a long-time member of Recuerda César Chávez Comité, and his family is here today, and we're excited, but I wanted to make sure you all are aware to check out their foundation, Cure Mec. Cure Mec, M-E-C. And aquí viene la familia, Naomi. Naomi and the children. Sebastián, where are you? Hola, Sebastián, in Santiago. And we wish for great health for your whole family. And Santiago, may you live a long, long, long life, little one. We love you. And also, Roberto Roybal, ¿dónde estás? Roberto! Roberto Roybal, if you find him, he is out talking about your vote for those of you that are wanting to see a permanent ceasefire in Palestine.
All right.
Look for Roberto Roybal.
We also want to acknowledge our district attorney, Sam Bregman is here. And did I introduce Senator Pope? I think I did. No, early. Well, let's recognize him again. He's one of our also start senators here. We're going to take just a couple of seconds to get ready for the awards. Where are all the awardees? So we need to have them all come to this side because we have a very little time and there's so many people that are being awarded today. And it's truly a very, very special time because all these people have dedicated their lives to this community. But at this time, I want to introduce to you our poet, Albuquerque Poet Laureate. And I know that every year we try to include a little bit of everything. So this is poetry time. Our poet, Albuquerque Poet Laureate. It's a program that started with the city of Albuquerque, and it has continued. And we got this year's Poet Laureate that's going to do a special poem for Dolores and César Chávez. in honor of Dolores and César Chávez. She is an attorney. She's an advocate for civil and human rights, and she's also legislative. What do we call that, Ana? Analyst, yeah, that's right. So let's welcome our Poet Laureate, Albuquerque Poet Laureate, Ana Martinez.
Oh, that's okay. No, thank you. Thank you for bringing me. Bienvenidos, Albuquerque. It's so good to be here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the poem of my life. So, I have to overcome my vanity and put on my cheaters, take off my cool sunglasses. But this poem is called, as promised, A Time of Truth and Justice, para Cesario Estrada Chávez y Dolores Clara Fernández Huerta. From the time that I could reason, I saw the concepts of truth and justice as black and white. Photos visited and revisited in our family album taken by my dad on his prized Minolta camera of the march down Whittier Boulevard in the 1970 Chicano moratorium against the Vietnam War. I was 4. Black and white snapshots of family unity and pride, fried bologna and mustard sandwich lunches set on blankets in the park, suddenly blurred into chaos of first booms and then sparks and flamed in zero visibility, poison gas wafting, canisters flying, police batons swinging, unexpected screaming, and the blood of peaceful protesters. Families like mine, desperately gathering their hijitos and sense of direction in hope to escape the noxious fog and the approaching sheriff's mob in time. And worse yet, the silencing of the most prominent voice of a brown beret generación, LA Times, Rubén Salazar, killed inside the Silver Dollar Bar where he had sought refuge, taken out by Deputy Thomas Wilson, who fired a tear gas missile clear through his head. So I guess it can be said, black and white photos, such stark imagery of police brutality stirred in me, woke in me, wove into me a political consciousness of truth and justice, black and white, fire and water, war and peace, protect and serve, thesis and antithesis. How are we to find unity in that? What by all appearances are opposite concepts, seemingly irreconcilable opposites. After all, how does one mix fire and water? Reconcile the irreconcilable, trust in the wisdom of the whole. The truth of the heart of truth and justice lies precisely there, en el corazón. Truth recognizes what it is to be human, the ser humano. Justice is the aim and the measure of the good in politics, linked inseparably to that truth. And the truth is, as César Chávez recognized, that the love for justice that is in us is not only the best part of our being, but it is also the most true to our nature. La historia, la historia de Cesario Estrada Chávez began near Yuma, Arizona in 1927, in a casita de adobe where he was born, like my jefitos, like yours, learning of justice through daily injustice, a ruler to the knuckles at school for violating the rule of speaking in the only tongue he spoke at home, the only language he knew, forbidden by the mostly gringo teachers in his segregated schools, like my abuelitos, like yours. Segregated schools, which to César were preferable to the integrated ones, where he felt like a monkey in a cage, attending 37 different schools in his young migrant age. Slurs, taunts, endured over his race, or simply the color of his face, brown like the earthen hearth vientre from where he came. No wonder, as a child, that he didn't really care about school, though he did make it through to an 8th grade graduation, which was the best that even our abuelitos could do, promoted in delivery from the classroom to the truth. The life of a migrant, vagamundo, the signs of the times, reading whites only, and no dogs, Negroes, or Mexicans allowed. Watching his father Librado learn about dishonesty, injustice, and the honesty of injustice by a white man unjustly named Justice Jackson, who had dishonestly purchased 40 acres and a home promised to Librado in exchange for his hard labor, ending up a short time later in the barrios of Si Puede. Get out if you can. And he did. He stormed out, marched out, demanding just wages and safe labor conditions, understanding that we do not need perfect political systems, but we need perfect participation. Surrounding himself with all of the books and educating himself as he could, as it was the beginning of La Causa. A literal grassroots movement of the people, their symbol, an inverted Aztec pyramid black eagle, símbolo de nuestra poder y dignidad. La águila negra set on a background of red, color de los pasiones y también de los golpes. But César knew that registering voters was not enough. Organizing workers was not enough. Marches and strikes were not enough. The movement needed an inside man. A Chicano legislator who could persuade white legislators that, yes, we can. And that man that he sought and found was Dolores Huerta. Mujer bien hecha, the most vocal activist that you have never heard of, or in the words of Teatro Campesinos Luis Valdés, the first general that I followed into war. An unconventional hero, twice divorced mother of 11 children. She had to be molded from tougher material to face what women of color face when taking positions of power. That we are not articulate, cannot get it together, tend to be hostile, angry, emotional, therefore our judgment cannot be trusted. That we cannot check our emotions or our reason, or that we don't have what they have because we have not worked for it. Or that we believe in tackling issues head on, that we are comfortable handling confrontations, that we argue incessantly, that we make our opinions known, we can tangle with the best of them, and that such behavior is shocking in our communities where women are not supposed to be assertive. That we have to be more Chicana than the Chicanos, more feminist than the feministas, that we do our advocacy on a volunteer rather than paid basis, that this is the stasis that we risk our lives to face and shake out of the tapestry of our existence, and that we cannot separate our race and our sexual identities, that we have to fight both battles at the same time, and that it is exhausting. Dolores Huerta, who has also been called by other names that we will not address here, because here she is la mera, mera jefa Dolores Huerta. De la mera, mera avenida a donde nos juntamos aquí. But did you know that Dolores got her start en el norte de Nuevo Mexico? Born in Dawson, a coal mining town, now known more for its ghosts. Her father, Juan, worked his way from its coal mines to the New Mexico House of Representatives. But Dolores' newly single mother, Alicia, moved Dolores west to Stockton, Califas, where she worked her ass off and opened a restaurant and a hotel where Dolores excelled in school at a time when societal expectations of Mexicanas were nil. Marriage, children, and while Dolores also chose those, she had the fire of her madre and knew she wanted more. But leaving behind traditional gender norms to pursue justice brings an injustice more painful and personal para las mamases. Judgment from those closest to you, who normally support and elevate you. Family who do not understand and did not understand why she would give up everything to elevate farm workers who had nothing. Family who witnessed the pain of separation between child and mother when the movement becomes the most needy of her offspring. As if her advocacy did not begin there with the children coming into political consciousness as a teen, witnessing police brutality against the Black and Mexican kids she grew up with, realizing early on that equality did not exist in her existence, understanding she was equal to any man. She began her resistance, graduated high school, tried her hand at teaching, but decided that she could do more for the hungry and barefoot farm workers' children in her class by helping their parents win equitable working conditions. She joined civic organizations supercharged by women that did not address the deeper social condition, poverty, and racism in which her community existed. And then she discovered the Community Service Organization, or CSO, which was a revolutionary revelation that change can be affected by organizing people. Dolores Huerta, who by 1959, at the age of 25, had already developed the superpower of drafting and persuading legislative changes in the California House and Senate, composed and comprised of all white men, asked to lend her bill-passing experience to the cause of the farm worker. And between Dolores and César, the United Farm Workers Union was born. Born to wage war on the keepers of the cycles of poverty that bled us out season to season, field to field, generation to a generation of tireless leadership and non-violent persuasion. Boycotts, picket lines, marches, hunger strikes, that's if you can actually call those non-violent means. Because growers, teamsters, sheriffs had no qualms about running over strikers with their trucks. And police had no qualms about striking and beating peaceful women and men with their billy clubs, as Dolores herself survived such an attack by San Francisco police when she was the same age as me now. Cornered, speared, and stabbed by baton until they shattered her ribs, destroyed her spleen, and not to mention that she stood at RFK's side at the podium when he died, assassinated. And in the end, César would find deliverance to the other side, death at the tail end of another hunger strike, with a book in his hand and a peaceful smile breaking his adobe face. Dolores understood that you empower the disenfranchised with the body. reinforcing the power of the individual, the power of presence. She made it all right for women to be on the picket lines and for their husbands to permit their wives to picket, as if our movement could be so undermined or confined. And when the Shenley labor contract was signed, there were more women involved in the UFW than every other labor union combined. The contract was the first in the nation between growers and farmers that Dolores herself negotiated, providing drinking water and toilets in the fields, a result of her being the key architect of a nationwide boycott that led to an estimated 17 million people, including my familia, who stopped buying grapes. Because when told that it could not be done, she shouted back, Si Se Puede! Paid $5 a week with all you can eat. You can't help people unless you understand their day-to-day needs. Not afraid to live with them, struggle with them, sacrifice, because you cannot make change if you are not willing to give something up. You cannot make change if you are not willing to give something up. You have got to give up your comfort, your time, in order to see social changes align, in order to justify leaving your children behind so that each can survive to fulfill a meaningful life. Justice means protecting the freedom to live in peace without fear of unwarranted violence by police. It means that in practice, the human interaction in the domain of politics is under the ethical obligation to recognize solutions that come from the people most affected by the problem. It means the freedom of educators to teach and students to learn the full story of our nation's rich, often troubled, and complicated past, so that every child is prepared to participate in our democracy. We need elected officials who understand that concept and carry that aim, who respect, protect, and promote the right to life of every human being. Who understand that truth means protecting essential freedoms and that justice is not one size fits all. It must be expanded to cloak every individual wherever and however in their truths they may be found. The equality of all human beings, equity, and the belief that communities regenerate not from the inside out, not from the outside in, but through its politicians working from the inside out with the intention of love, rather than importing solutions that perpetuate poverty and addiction, punishment and crime, fears and lies. Truth is under attack. Forces of oppression seek to stifle the teaching of our history, to rewrite our history. But women, just as the Texas School Board took it upon itself to remove Dolores Huerta from their children's curriculum, to just write her, to just write her out of history. But women cannot be written out of history. And justice cannot be built upon falsehoods. And those engaged in lies cannot be engaged in justice. And we are now called upon to counter those forces of hate and bigotry that we seek to further entrench their own power by undermining our truths. So, how can one mix fire and water? With the right vessels and the right proportions, unity can be found once we set aside the lack of will and the disbelief in the possibility that keeps those opposites opposite. Because nowhere in this country should it be a crime to be black or brown, LGBTQ+, unhoused or ill, or without financial resources. We are a movement of open minds, open hearts, open curiosities to learn from one another and to approach every person with love. Truth and justice always go together, and together here we are witness to the healing force, the multi-hued spectrum of service, and the indelible power of truth and justice that are the legacies of Dolores Huerta and César Chávez, porque si se pudo y todavía se puede. Feliz cumpleaños a our beloved Dolores Huerta, 94 years old this last Wednesday, and happy birthday. And thank you, Albuquerque. Thank you for listening. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Ana. Thank you, Ana. That's why we chose her as our poet, keynote poet of the Recuerda César Chávez Committee. I really think that this poem should be at the Dolores Library. Yeah. Because you know that she's going to have a national library one of these days. And we will make it happen, all of us and everyone around the country. So at this time we want to celebrate some people that had made a big difference and that meant big contributions to this committee and the city.
Not the award, the recognitions.
So we want to invite. Do we have Alan Armijo around? I know we do. And also Steve Gallegos and our, I shouldn't say ex-mayor because he is former mayor and the mayor forever, Marty Chavez. Where is he? There he is. You know, this gentleman had made so many contributions to not just the making this celebration happen, but also supporting this event, and not only the event, but also naming through their legislation, naming the César Chávez Boulevard, beautifying our cities, funding the new César Chávez Community Center, the César Chávez Learning Centers. So we at this time want to present.
We'd like to present the certificate of appreciation to Marty Chavez, our former Albuquerque mayor, for your lifelong support of the farm workers movement. Si Se Puede!